Design is as simple as a paper clip, is as complex as a city plan, and it's as political as a voting ballot.
It is the things that we are surrounded with in everyday life from the moment that we're born.
Something essentially that makes your life better, either aesthetically, functionally, visually.
The Design Center at Philadelphia University is here to get us all thinking about how design affects our everyday lives. We create events and programs and exhibitions to educate and inspire people to become more aware of what design is and what designers do. We're in East Falls, which is sort of a neighborhood environment. The building itself was built in the mid-1950s. It's sort of a Hollywood-style house. The previous owner was Goldie Paley, and she was the mother to William Paley, who founded CBS. To put on an exhibit in a space like this, where you have one room that opens into the next that would have been the living room, the dining room, the library, it takes a very special kind of designer to flourish in this environment. So installations like the one we have up now, Candy Dupuy's housing project, is a perfect kind of show for the Design Center because she really can use the whole space to express her ideas.
This exhibition is spread out between 4 rooms. One room is the entryway and it announces the exhibition. There is another room, which is the Crystal Cave bedroom. It features a beautiful bed area with crystal decals all around. Then there's another room that I'm calling the Opium Den reading room. And then in the other room, it's a salon or meeting room.
At the Design Center, we also have an historic textile collection.
The collection at the Design Center actually began about 100 years ago when the university was first founded as the Philadelphia Textile School. Every shelf, every closet has something on it. The textile collection here is about 15,000 items and another 200,000 textile swatches. It ranges in date from the 1st century AD with Coptic Egyptian textiles and 15th century Peruvian pre-Columbian textiles, all the way up to 21st century fashion design. One of the pieces that we recently acquired was a gift from Todd Oldham. He gave us this magnificent evening gown, which he created in around 1998, I believe. Oldham was inspired by a vase of flowers for the dress, but he inverted the vase. He turned it upside down so that the flowers are spilling out of the vase and down the dress. And one of the things I think is most interesting is the use of rickrack, which you think of as something for children's wear perhaps, and here it is used for haute couture. We have several garments by really the first couture designer, which was Charles Worth, who set up shop in Paris in the mid-19th century. And this is one of our Worth bodices from the 1870s. He was known for this exquisite workmanship, including little things like the mother of pearl sequins that are on the scarf on this bodice. One of the most unique aspects of the Design Center's collection is the range of materials from Philadelphia's heyday as a textile manufacturing city in the 19th and early 20th centuries. One of our greatest treasures is this quilt top with a center block by the calico printer John Hewson. Hewson was recruited to come to Philadelphia in the 1770s by Benjamin Franklin to set up the first textile block printing company in America. Only about 24 items are known to exist by John Hewson today, and this is one of those pieces.
Sometimes designers will come in and be inspired by pieces from the collection, or they'll create a new body of work. Some examples of that include Susie Brandt's Rummage, Todd Oldham, who created a whole environment from different elements in the collection. Virgil Marty also did a show here called Crazy Quilt. Candy Dupuy's housing project was inspired by part of our collection.
From the collection of the Design Center, this is a fabulous example. The kimono with the goldfish, this is all hand done gold leafed threads that have been hand embroidered, and that was my design inspiration. And you can see that I've then created this vinyl that transcribes a little bit of what I saw in this piece. And then I was able to work with fashion designer Aaron Mahoney in San Francisco to create this gown with my contemporary design of the goldfish. So I was able to make another fabric from being inspired by the collection.
In addition to exhibitions and the collection, we do all sorts of educational programming. The projects run the gamut. In a recycling project, we are partnering with the City of Philadelphia's Mural Arts program. The Design Center is providing graphic imagery from its Textile Collection to serve as inspiration for the graphic designers who are creating murals that will wrap the city's new fleet of recycling trucks.
I really believe that design should be as accessible as possible. So we don't expect people necessarily to come to us, we like to come to them. Design Philadelphia is really a signature program for the Design Center that takes place in the third week of October in conjunction with National Design Week. We have events all over the city. Last year, for instance, we had 93 separate programs. One of the exhibitions was called A Clean Break, and it was all about sustainability.
Every designer and architect we worked with for the exhibit used materials that are sustainable, recycled, low waste.
We want to create awareness and we want to create a conversation around design to help people become more cognizant of how it affects their everyday lives. When people visit the Design Center or when they go to a program at Design Philadelphia, I hope that people become aware that they can create a better life for themselves through design.